Hi, this is NICKE from Lucifer. We're extremely excited to play Monterrey very soon.
Hi everyone, I'm on behalf of Monterrey Rock, and we are here with Nick from Lucifer. How are you, Nick?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Well, I want to start this interview asking you personally, because I know you're a multi-instrumentalist. How did that begin since your childhood? Like, did you know how to play these instruments? Did you went to school for it? Because I know you play a lot of them.
No, how was that? I got into Kiss. I was a child. I was about 7, I think. So then I guess I just wanted to play drums.
Okay.
I started with that, but then I realized I couldn't write songs on drums, so I had to learn guitar too. So I'm pretty much self-taught and I'm still learning. But yeah, that I think that's how that came about. I took some drum lessons, but that was mainly marching snare.
Okay.
So so I quit. Wasn't fun.
And you said you like Kiss was one of your first inspirations. And what was like any other inspirations you had for your music, like from the beginning?
Well, I got into Kiss and then me and my childhood friend Kenny, who I later started the Helicopters with, we found punk rock from his dad's record collection. So we got into that quite a bit. And then from punk rock, I got into hard rock again, like faster stuff. So I think, I heard about Venom because I liked GBH and Exploited, and that was pretty similar. And then I became friends with Fred Estby, who then later started Dismember. So I showed him a Discharge record and he showed me Metallica.
Okay.
And from there on, yeah.
And how was the process of being on Lucifer, like how that came about?
Well, I met Johanna. We had met a couple of times, but then how was this in the year of 2016?
Okay.
Um, we started seeing each other, and then at around that time, Gas, the guitar player, left, and then we started talking about maybe writing something together. And then one thing, all of a sudden we had a couple of songs, and then it just felt natural that I joined Lucifer, and we kind of, I guess it happened pretty fast. And then Johanna moved to Sweden, and then all of a sudden the whole band was Swedish, except Johanna, who's still from Berlin. So, um, so yeah, I think it just, I mean, I wasn't used to writing songs together with anyone else because usually I write myself. But I was intrigued to see how it could work, and it worked really good. So yeah, and by now we really know how how to work together, as in yeah, after a few songs you learn, okay, we can do that, and so now I don't think any of us even thinks about it. We just do it.
And out of all the instruments you played on Lucifer, which one's been your favorite?
Bass,
Really?
yes. I think for me, bass guitar is the underrated instrument. But I mean, also I only know 3 instruments. That's bass guitar, guitar, and drums. So
Okay.
that's about it.
And I want to talk about the time you went on tour in America and you toured 14 dates in a row. How was that?
Oh yeah, that must have been the first time we went, I think. I think we actually had to cancel one show in the middle because it was too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually insane. I don't think one is supposed to do that.
When
I
I
don't know.
read that, I was like, I haven't heard of any band that's done that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking when we got uh, the tour schedule proposed to us, but I mean, especially if you're a singer, because I've been there too, you can't really do that. It's not good for anyone to 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 sing your heart out
Yeah.
over an hour for 40. Yeah, then no, that's crazy. So, but you live and learn, and so we don't do that. But we still do quite a bit. I think on this Latin America tour, we're gonna do, I think it's 6 shows in a row, which is, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not ideal, but I think it's gonna work
Do
long
you have
term.
any like favorite stories from a show? Like something happened to you guys that you remember a lot?
No, I mean, it's weird because if there is a story that seems like that's fun right there at at the moment, but then you have to be a really good storyteller to tell it and make it fun again. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't think of any right. I mean, we did a Kiss cruise, which is
Okay.
5 days on a on a on a like luxury cruise, playing 3 shows. That was very different, and a whole ship full of Kiss fanatics. That was strange,
Yeah.
but a lot of fun. And I guess that ship has sailed, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that we got to do that. That was great. Yeah, I can't right off the bat. I can't think of any good stories at the moment.
That's okay. Well, let's talk about your Grammy nominations. How do you feel about that? Like, how was that experience?
Well, we didn't win, so
But it's amazing to be nominated as a like, you were nominated as a heavy metal, the best heavy metal band.
yeah, I think it's hard rock slash heavy metal. I think that's the genre.
Yeah.
No, of course that's great. It's just to me it's a little bit strange because you have, I guess there's some kind of jury who
Yeah.
decides what, so it's a little bit like it's, I don't know. It's both great and weird at the same
Okay.
time. Yeah. But it was fun to sit there and with all the mainstream pop artists. We got a good table, so I think we shared a table with at the gates. So we had a good time.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And which one would you say is your favorite Lucifer album?
Well, it'd be weird if I didn't say the latest one.
Okay.
Most bands would say that because that's the one that's fresh, most fresh in your memory, and I think, I mean, we learn as we go, and I think, yeah, we sound more together as a band, which we should on this album. So I would say Lucifer 5. That's
And
my,
your favorite song from all of them?
well, there's something about the song Dreamer, but because that's the first song we wrote together, Johanna and me. So that will always have a good place in my heart. But I also, sometimes it really clicks. You can't really force things. Sometimes it just happens. So I think I also like California Sun a lot from the Lucifer 2 album.
Okay.
But that's because it's been some years now, so it's a little bit in hindsight. So maybe I would say different songs in like 5 years.
And now we want to know what can the fans expect from your show in the Mexico Metal Fest? And are you excited? What do you guys think, and what can we expect?
We are, of course, extremely excited. Can you hold on 1 second? Sorry about this. I forgot the stove. No, we're of course extremely excited. We only played 2 shows in Mexico last time we were there, and that was really good. So my expectations is that it's gonna be even better this time. And yeah, we just wanna kick ass together with the audience. I'm
And
sure.
do you feel like Mexican fans are a bit different than other fans? Because I've heard that before.
Yeah, the Mexican fans are different from the Dutch fans.
How so?
Well, I think these would be the extreme opposites. The Mexican fans would be, if they like it, it seems to me that they will show it. Whereas if you're in the Netherlands, they might love it, but sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. That's the difference. Yeah.
Mexican fans are very passionate. So
Yes, and I think the Netherlands audience is, well, maybe they are passionate, but they don't really show it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And of every like genre you've exploited on your music, which one would you say defines you as a band the most?
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because that always depends on who you ask. Uh, I mean, there are probably some people who would file us under the strangely named stoner rock, which I don't think we are, but I think we're a heavy hard rock band. That's how I would say it, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the influences are, there's some very obvious influences like Black Sabbath, Pentagram, Blue Oyster Cult, but we also like, I mean, I I mean, me personally, I think the Beatles were the greatest band of all time. So of course there's gonna be parts of that in Lucifer too, whether you like it or not. Uh, and I think that's the good thing with Lucifer, that we're not, it's, I mean, we have a box, but I think the box is not super small. So we put everything we like in there. And then hopefully it comes out sounding like Lucifer rather than copies of other stuff.
Well,
That's,
I think you guys do amazing work, and I'm sure you hear it all the time. And that's what's my next question is about. Like, now that you have the chance to influence all these new artists, like the great bands influenced you, how do you feel? What is one advice you can give them?
yeah, that's tricky. I mean, I mean, I've been playing in bands, I guess you would call it professionally. That's the first time you actually got paid to play. I guess that's being professional. I've been doing that for over 30 years. And I still don't, I still find it difficult to be, to see myself as the same kind of inspiration as I see in other bands that I draw inspiration from. It's weird, but I don't know. I think the most important thing for any band, I would say, is that if you ask yourself the question, would you do this if you weren't getting any money, or even had to pay for it? Would you do it? If the answer is yes, then you're on to something.
Okay.
If you're gonna do it as a career move, or no, and then it's not gonna sound good, because then you won't be totally true to yourself. I think. Um, Money is great. Everyone thinks that, but that cannot be the motivation.
Okay, that's a great advice. And I want to know if you have any like new or like upcoming band that you like that you can recommend to us.
Oh yeah, I mostly listen to old stuff. Uh, I guess we all do in this band, but I'm trying to think here. There was something recently that I thought was really good. Uh, I mean, I know there are a lot of good bands around, but new. I'm trying to think here. This is something I should always have, written down on a note. Uh, no, I'm completely blank here.
It's okay. Well, I think our time is up, and now I want to thank you.